What's going on, lads? Welcome back to the YouTube. Today we're going to try and put this motor in the walkie. I just got it sprung on me. I thought, fuck it, I'm going to rip into it. I've been so busy at work. Things have been hectic. Obviously trying to juggle family, kids, content, life, gym, all that sort of stuff. But I thought, you know what? Pull your finger out. I've called in a few recruits. A few of the boys are going to come around and give us a hand putting this together. Hopefully get the motor, the gearbox and the headers all in together. At least that way that's all in. We can send it away to the Sparky, do what we need to do, get him to wire up what needs to be wired up, plumb everything up, all that sort of stuff, get a tail shaft measured up and ordered, so we'll have to get onto that. But I just realized, I'll show you this, we're missing a couple of parts and I'm gonna have to go and get this stuff from Mallex Motorsports. All right, so we're missing a couple of sensors. Sensor, water temp sensor, oil temp sensor, all that sort of stuff. I do need water pump bolts as well, so I'll go out and get that. I need a power steering delete. Because we're running Astra power steering, as you guys saw, we need the power steering delete bracket. So pretty much one of these. Worst comes to worst, if they haven't got one of them in stock, rip this one off, put it on that, and that should get us by. We've got the gearbox here, with everything we need. So we'll head out to Mallex, we'll get some parts, we'll change the sump as well, so we'll change that. We'll put the water pump on, we'll just bolt up some bits and pieces, bolt the gearbox up. I'll probably give that a good clean down, wash down before I put that in, so I'll degrease it all down, wash it down, and then we'll bolt it up. We'll bolt up the conversion kit, starter motor, all that sort of stuff. We'll put that on and move out what we need to move out, get the walkie down there on flat surface and start on that. So yeah, follow along. Let's go get some parts now and we'll come back and rip in. I might actually go get a haircut on the way. What's the time? Yeah, I need a haircut. Your boy's hair is a bit how you going. So we'll go get a haircut, we'll go to Mallex and we'll go from there. Killer, let's go. All right, Ripper, all nice and clean. Ooh, this kind of fucking hell, man. Some people don't know how to drive in the rain, eh? All right, all nice and clean, fresh. When you feel good, oh sorry, when you look good, you feel good. We'll head over to Mallex now, we'll pick up some parts, head back home, change the sump, bolt the water pump up, do bits and pieces, put on some sensors, and then we'll clean that gearbox and get it all together and go from there. Let's go. All right, we're here, Mallex Motorsports once again. Let's go see if they've got the parts that we need, eh? G'day, Chris. How you going? All right, I'm back with the camera as always. Need some parts, please. Water pump bolt for the water pump that I purchased, please. This is where I got the OTR from, so if you need the OTR, Mallex Motorsports. The oil pressure sensor for an L77. I also need a water temp sensor. Have you guys got a power steering delete bracket thing, you know, with the pulley on it? Yeah. I'll get one of them too, please. Last bit, I need exhaust, the header gaskets, please. Yeah. So this is the shifter kit that we got as well. This will pull back the shifter itself in order to fit on the valve or whatever conversion you're doing in an early Commodore. So we've got that from here as well. Yeah, they've got everything you need here. It's good. Perfect. Mate. All right, let's get these parts. We'll head back, we'll rip in, we'll change the sump, we'll put the water pump on and go from there. All right, awesome. We got our parts. So we got exhaust gaskets, power steering delete, water pump bolts and oil temp or oil sensor, sorry, oil pressure sensor, water temp sensor. We'll go back now, we'll bolt these up and rip in, man. I'm excited. Hopefully we can get this running gear in within the next few hours. So join us along, let's go home. Bro, look at this guy's mullet. The Ford that he's driving. Reckon he'll give us a mullet flick if we go up and see him. Hey lad, give us a mullet flick. We're pulling up at a satellite, so let's have a look. Give us a little flick, lad. What a sick cunt. Have a good one, bro. All right, lads, we are back home. We just unboxed a few bits and pieces. Here is the sump. So it's your OEM style LS1 sump. You've obviously got your oil crossover tube, your pickup, new dipstick, all your little bungs and shit in there. So it's a full kit. So like I said, I don't think I'm going to paint that. I'm going to leave that the way it is. And I think with the black motor on top and that down the bottom, I think it'll look good. And you've got a water pump, so just the OEM water pump, GM water pump, the bits we picked up at Mallex just now. So I'm going to probably bring the motor down here next to my toolbox, start bolting things up, start stripping it down, putting on what I need to, and then we'll wash down the gearbox, hook up all the conversion kit to the motor, bolt the gearbox up to it, I'll wait for the boys to get here and then we'll rip in. So let's go. All right, we've got the big man here. So with these sumps, they're a little bit they're a little bit fancier. Let me turn that music off before I get copyrighted. How do I turn that off? I'll keep talking over it because YouTube likes to copyright. All right, Richard picked up a few things on these sumps compared to the normal OEM style sumps. You want to explain to him?
Basically, your standard LS1 sump comes like that. Usually, these aren't threaded. So they've threaded these from factory so you can actually run turbos and have your oil feed.
Yep.
And then they've got drains in them already, both sides, so you can have turbos either side as well.
Yep.
So it just makes it a lot quicker and easier.
Yeah.
If you're doing a turbo LS conversion into an older car.
Yeah, they've thought this one through, eh?
Yeah.
This is stuff I don't pick up, but I was working on it. Richard came out, had a look, and he started picking all this stuff, and I thought I'd show you guys it. It's a little bit fiddly to put together, but otherwise, look, there's instructions. You do get instructions if you do get stuck, but anyway, we obviously we've got to change the sump, so we decided to flip the motor over and just give you guys a look at that. Nice, healthy, tidy. Everything seemed nice and tight. Richard said all the balls still had what, crosshatch in them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, it looks like a pretty tidy low-K motor.
Yeah, essentially when we bought this motor, like I said, the guy was a genuine guy. I was in his VFSS. He ended up going to dart block, so still right, you never know. Always good to double check these things, but it's nice, it's tidy, it's tight, everything looks the goods. We'll put the new sump on it now, flip it back over and go from there. Hey?
Pretty much.
Yeah, man. All right, so before putting the sump on, you just want to make sure that you clean all of this with a razor, obviously working your way out. Just a touch, just a little bit.
Just on the joints, that's it.
On the joints, you reckon? Yeah, all right, just a little bit, and then what have we got? Sump, pop the sump on, and Bob's your uncle. All right, Ripper, the new sump is on. Now Richard just went and got his little probe. I think he's gonna torque them up. I wouldn't have done that, I would have, hey?
You got my what?
You got your probe.
My probe?
Yeah, probe.
You've been asked probe.
Yeah, I would have just grabbed a gun with a 10mm and fucking sent it, but there we go. Click, click. All right, killer. We'll do this, turn it around, and then what's on after this? Conversion kit.
Yeah, all the conversion
Yeah, all the conversion kit, yeah. We'll do that and go from there. No, but seriously, if you're doing this, I probably wouldn't use a gun and send the bolts. I'd probably get the torque specs and do that properly as the big man here's doing.
Well, you have to, because these sump gaskets use basically like an O-ring on them.
Yeah.
That's what seals them. That's why you don't need Sikaflex or shit to
Yeah.
seal it up, like that sump has.
Yeah.
And the same for your rear cover, your front cover. They've all got like an O-ring base seal.
Yep.
So if you do them up to the spec that they're meant to be done, they never leak.
That's a bit of Richard wisdom for you. LS, now I'm just talking shit. All right, cool, let's go. All right, so we need flywheel bolts and bell housing bolts. So we've done all that, we've put the water pump on, we've put the sump on, that's all good to go. But yeah, flywheel bolts and hey, Daddy, what'd you get? What's that?
I know,
Cute. It's either you go on a Bunnings flat stick or you go on a Mallex flat stick. It's one or the other. Sick of it. All right, let's go there anyway. Catches. All right, we moved the dose mobile. And now we'll move this down, we'll bolt up the accessories to that and go from there, bolt up the gearbox.
Gearbox, measure everything.
Yeah, measure everything, gearbox clearance, all that bullshit, because I don't know what the fuck that is. Richard knows all that. I've got no idea. Yeah, all right, Ripper, let's go. All right, before I forget to do this, if you're doing a left-hand starter motor conversion on an LS, everyone forgets this. So you got this little bit of extra, you got these little bits that come out of the motor, 1, 2, and 3. You want to shave this one down as much as you can, so that way when you put your starter on, it clears and it sits in, obviously, that plate nice and smoothly. Everyone tends to forget, before you do your left-hand starter conversion kit, and then your starter motor would go on much easier. Yeah, give that a crack. All right, let's put this in now and we'll go from there. All right, it's done. We ended up going a big 427 dart block with the blower. It really come up, it come up awesome. Can you whine for me? Nah, but seriously, we're making progress. How many people does it take to put a gearbox onto a motor?
Get in here, cunt.
Hey?
Where's a...
Lad, what about the fucking tailwinds in that, eh? Yeah, good work, boys, good work. Tony, push it a bit more. Richard, push it in more.
Shut up.
This is a kind of a thing. This is hard. We're Uncle Pete. Gearbox is on.
You want to let them know what was needed, bro?
Right.
Just,
So what you want to do, what was needed? We have to cut the thing, eh? Yeah, so essentially to cut it out, the, what was it, the cog for the starter motor was hanging out. So we had to trim that out. I don't know if you can see that. So we obviously just, yeah, that's heaps. We ended up cutting that out. So essentially, Richard, do they got to do this for every manual conversion? Has this got to be done for every manual
I
conversion?
usually use a left-hand starter.
Yeah, okay.
If you can work out and work with the factory starter,
Yep.
you don't need to do it because the bell housing's already been done.
Yeah,
You
okay.
can see it's got the bulge here.
Yeah, right, okay. And that'll clear that cog.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so left-hand starter, you got to trim the gearbox on a manual conversion for your cog for the starter motor to clear. Otherwise, it's not going to go flush against the motor.
Who picked up on that?
We only saw it afterwards. Yeah,
But you got to make sure you clear it enough so when it throws it out, it doesn't hit either.
yeah.
Otherwise, it might come halfway out, and it might work for the first 10 or 15 starts.
Yep.
But then it'll end up just stripping the gear.
Yeah, right. Well, you guys heard that. I think it's time to do the heart transplant, eh? That's everything good to go. All right, let's get the car down and we'll rip in. We're ready to go. All hands on deck. Jack the car up and hopefully try not to damage the rails while putting this in. If anyone knows, we like doing our engine and gearboxes together. I don't like doing it split. So we'll see how we go. First things first, but we might order some food because we're Lee Marvin and we're a little bit on edge, so we want to eat. But we'll get it all ready and then rip into it after we start eating. So hopefully it goes all good. We've got the gearbox bolted up to the motor, clutch, everything all done. Everything's been torqued. Shifter kit relocator all done. Everything is good to go. All new lines, clutch lines, things like that. So yeah, we've done all that. Now it's just getting it in, sitting it in, and go from there. We're almost there. The boys are eating. We thought we'd rip in before the food was ready, and we were late. So the burger's cold. Oh, they're good, eh? Shout out Burger Green. Yeah, this was hard. This is definitely one of the hardest we've ever done. Just because you're working with a showroom style engine bay, and you don't want to damage anything. Again, in my recent videos, I've said it. If you've done these with the headers, they're a pain in the ass. One of the biggest headaches. So when you've got an engine bay to this caliber, and you're doing an LS conversion with the gearbox, with the headers, recipe for disaster, eh? We haven't damaged anything, we haven't touched anything, which is good, but we haven't pulled these off yet. So we'll see how we go. But it's in, the motor's in, gearbox is in, everything's done. Engine mount's lined up, so we're good to go. We've just put a couple of screwdrivers in there just to hold it in. We'll hook up the headers right now, we'll bolt them up, and then we'll pull these off and go from there. We'll show you how it looks. Let's go. All right, we got it. What a mission, but we did it good. Look at that. Don't mind the manifold, we just did it there for aesthetics, but we managed to not damage any of the rails. Nothing at the back. Good effort, eh?
Pretty much.
Yeah, that looks good. That was a nightmare, man. That gassed all of us, just because when you're throwing this stuff in a car, you don't care. But again, when you're throwing it in and you're trying to be very careful, like we had 4 people.
You're going down like 5 mil at a time in the engine.
Yeah.
And then readjusting, another 5 mil, readjust again.
It's a nightmare, man. It's a nightmare. So when you're doing show stuff like this, it's hard. But we got it, and it looks good. So essentially, as I was saying, this is pretty much all we're hoping to see. Just a motor, the radiator, even the aircon lines. As you know, we're running aircon. The aircon lines are going to run inside the rail. So there's going to be nothing here, no wiring. This is pretty much it. And any wiring on the motor will run towards the back and into that hole back there. So that's pretty much it. The suspension has still got to settle and look right. I'd like that to be a little bit lower, but I'm pretty sure that'll settle as the car goes back and forth and whatnot. I think that's it. Essentially now we'll just send it away. I'll plumb up bits and pieces. I'll finish off like hoses and whatnot, little things. Power steering, delete, all that sort of stuff. And then we'll send it away to the Sparky. Yeah, he'll do all the electrical, the aircon. He's going to do the aircon for us as well.
Exhaust and shit.
Yeah, we'll do all that. There's bits and pieces to be done, but the good thing is the gearbox and the gearbox and motor are in, so the running gear's in. I've got to measure up a tail shaft. We'll measure up a tail shaft for that, but I'm happy with that. That looks good. That looks good. What do you reckon? Yeah, good, eh? Yeah.
Pain in the ass, but
Yeah, definitely a pain in the ass, man. That was
that's the hardest part
Yeah.
of the whole car.
Yep.
Is done.
Yeah, that's it. We still got to get bolts, obviously, because we're just running the screwdrivers in there at the moment, but that come up good, man. Decent clearance for the headers. It's good, it's good. Looks good. All right, killer. On to the next. So, going off from last night, as you know, we put the motor in, running gear, that's all done. I was going to plumb everything up. I was going to get radiator hoses, bits and pieces, but I figured there's no point because it's going to go to the Sparky, and if they want to pull out the radiator and all that when they do all the aircon lines, etc., they can pull this out without it being plumbed up. So essentially I'll probably just send that off probably next week. I'll speak to the Sparky and see if he's free to do that. I want to take the girls out for a drive tonight in my wife's car. It's a bit dirty and I don't like driving my cars dirty. I'm a little bit anal like that, if anyone knows me. Now I usually wash these myself. As you know in my previous vlogs, I set up this bay to wash my cars, but if I can't get it done, here's the man here, he can do it for me. He maintains my cars when I haven't got the time. So yeah, if you're local, out, you know, Southwest Sydney,
Detailed by JGE.
that's it. Here's the man.
Send me a text.
So yeah, I'll put his link in the description so you can sort of hit him up. He's good, man. He's he actually polished my radiator. I haven't showed you that yet. So the radiator for the Tubbs car, that was a mess. That was disgusting. I'll put up a couple of photos. That all nice and clean, nice and shiny, so that'll go in there. I'll put up some photos of how it looked before. So we actually got that back. I'm very, very happy with that. As you know in my previous vlog, I said I was going to get it sent away. We got that back. But yeah, we'll pull the wife's car out. I promised the girls that I'll take him out to buy some toys today, so I haven't got time to wash this. I'll move that out. We'll get it out for him. At least that way, when we come back later on this afternoon, we can just turn it on and go later on tonight for a drive. So yeah, we'll do that now and go to the next. Let's go. All right, we're back home. Car looks beautiful, man. This guy always does an amazing job. It's shiny as. I'm probably going to take it for a little bit of a drive and we'll go get some mad B-rolls of it, and I might even do a bit of a walk around. So obviously you've all watched the last video of what this car cost me to build. But yeah, let's take it out somewhere nice. And oh, that is beautiful, bro. This guy did a good job. I'm very happy with that. Jay, you're a legend, bro. Thank you very much. Yeah, mad. All right, let's go for a little zap. Honestly, man, this thing drives like a Tesla. I mean, compared to what we usually used to, the big V8s, blown cars, diff dumps, all that sort of stuff, this thing actually drives and sounds so nice and smooth. Just the way they should from when they're out in factory. It just, foot to the floor. And that sound, it's just so deep. You gotta love it, and it snaps necks everywhere it goes. We'll go look for a nice car park somewhere or a parking lot, and we'll run through the car. Let's go. All right, so like I said, car started as an executive. We made it into a Bellina mock, complete paint inside out, completely done underneath the car as well, so stone guarded all underneath the car. All the running gear is pretty much brand new. Obviously all new rear spares catalogue, so all the lights brand new, garnishes, badges, all GM bars, GM molds. Obviously we sourced these from Melbourne, as I mentioned, brand new. They were on a BT1. Weather belts from Melbourne, they were brand new. Mirrors brand new from Rear Spares. All the rubbers, a whole rubber kit throughout, so rubber kit around the doors and locks and all that sort of stuff. Brand new antenna. Everything here is brand new, everything. So the car really presents very, very, very well, especially obviously after it just got cleaned. Now I still haven't detailed this thing. Essentially I've still got to get it cut and buffed. As you can see from memory, as you remember, this car was sitting out in the paddock, so all the chrome is sort of faded from the sun. I do need to get that redone, or bits up here as well. I don't know if you can see that. But moving on to the interior, like I said, the interior isn't the right color. Don't get me wrong, it ties in. I'm still missing some things. I know Resto Plastics does the little tabs that go there. I've got to buy them. Boost gauge is sitting in there, hence the wiring. I do want to get them done on the bonnet. But look, the interior is nice and tidy. It's just the wrong color, unfortunately. The seats, however, are all genuine. Does have a cigarette burn. Obviously, back in the 80s, they used to smoke in the cars. Hence, ashtrays in the rear. I don't know if this one's got them. Yes, it does. Obviously, ashtrays in the rear. So, yeah, obviously you've got that. But again, we redid all the roof lining. I don't know if you can see over there. It's not really tight. Like I said, the painters did this for me, and I wasn't really happy with it, but it is what it is. Obviously, we've got the Venetians. You can't have one of these without Venetians. The rear seats are nice and tidy. Obviously you got the baby seat because I like cruising with this with my daughters. We did all brand new seat belts as well, so all the seat belts are brand new buckles, brand new everything, so that's all that. Overall, man, just a tidy car. Inside the boot was completely stone guarded, so that button still works. Not a lot of these cars have the button that works for the boot. But obviously inside the boot, I just got to wash, don't mind the water, but inside all the boot has been redone. Brand new harness for all the lights as well. That's nice and tidy all up in there. It just ties in. Again, new rubber kit around, new lock. Like I said, car was painted inside out. Overall, just a very clean car. I redid the tank. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but the tank is all nice and new as well. I painted it. We redid the exhaust in this as well, so the exhaust was done by Liverpool Exhaust. No, overall, just a very tidy car. I like cruising it. It does the job. It turns some heads. Again, just a nice, neat representation of a VL. You know, overall, it's good. Clean example. I thought I'd just do a quick run over. I'm going to take this out tonight, cruise it with the girls, have a bit of fun in it, hence why I got it washed. Yeah, I'll probably finish up the video here. I'll finish this up with some B-rolls of the car. And yeah, I think the next video we're going to, I guess, pick up my tub car. Once that's done with the engine bay, we'll go over that. I'll probably strip down the motor for my tub car. The walkie, we'll probably load that up on the trailer. I'll show all that. We'll try to get a sensor out of the spark gears. I don't think I'm going to do much more on the walkie. I think that's it. As long as the running gear's in, the rest can be done sort of away from my place. So yeah, we'll rip into the tub car next. Keep getting updates on the walkie when bits and pieces get done on that. Go, son, go. Everyone's ripping it. Yeah, we'll get bits and pieces of the tub car and we'll go from there. But yeah, killer, awesome. Thanks guys. Just remember, like, share, subscribe. Everyone that's viewing, all the comments that are coming through, I really appreciate it, man. There's nothing but love. You guys are absolute legends. Everyone that sort of supports the page, I really, really appreciate it. Just to drop this in here, I remember when I first started this page, we did our first video a few months back, and I thought, man, let's have a bit of fun with this. I was never expecting to get the kind of exposure or the love that I am getting. So again, I really, really appreciate it, guys. You guys are absolute legends. It honestly means the world to me. All the kind words in the comments. Every time I drop a video, you guys have said nothing but positive things. But yeah, let's go. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.